up everybody, it's Charlie and welcome back to another video on the Chatting Leeds YouTube channel. It's the day before the game, guys, so you know what time it is. It's pre-match thoughts ahead of Leeds United versus Newcastle taking place tomorrow at Elland Road, and it's the standard 3 o'clock kickoff on a Saturday, people. Things you love to see. So just before I get into the video properly, smash that like button, please subscribe and share all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. And yeah, we'll get into it now then. So Leeds versus Newcastle. A game for me, which kind of like Burnley is must win. People might think because we beat West Ham that there's less pressure on us in this game. I disagree. I think we need to go out there and beat Newcastle and beat Newcastle well. Let's be honest, everyone thinks Newcastle are just going to buy their way out of safety. I don't buy into that narrative at all. These big players that they're going for, you know, are they really going to want to join a relegation scrap? Yes, there's the money involved and I get that. But still, like, Diego Carlos, like, from Sevilla, like, if it comes off, then fair enough, but that'll be bizarre from his side. Yes, he'll be getting a huge pay increase, but other than that, to go play for Newcastle, who are probably going to go down, in my opinion, I think Newcastle are down. Up to this point, they've made 2 signings. Kieran Trippier, which is a really, really good signing, but he's a right back. Other than his set pieces and things, he can't really offer anything in the final third. And oh yes, he's got a good ball into the box, but you know, and then they've signed Chris Wood, which was the biggest panic buy I've ever seen. £25 million they paid for Chris Wood. That is an absolute joke. Don't get me wrong, he's, you know, fairly good goal scorer, but you know, they've pretty much relegated Burnley, in my opinion. I think Burnley are definitely gone. I think it's Burnley, Newcastle and Norwich that are going to go. Watford could get dragged into it. Everton might do as well with how their form is at the minute. I've said it all season, guys. Leeds would not be one of the teams that would go down. We're 9 points clear of the relegation zone. Yes, teams that are further down have got games in hand, but they're not going to win all them games. So I'm feeling fairly confident at the minute. In this game, though, as long as we avoid defeat, I think it'll be okay. But on the flip side, I don't want to draw against Newcastle. That West Ham game was a real fight, a real slog, but we got there in the end. This one, I'm not saying it'll be easy. I think it'll be quite an intense affair, if I'm honest with you. But as long as we come out with the 3 points, I don't really care. Don't care if it's a scrappy 1-0 or if we murder them 3 or 4-0. We need to beat these and we need to beat them well. Their defence, other than Kieran Trippier, is shocking. Kieran Clark, Jamal Lascelles, Paul Dummett. Come on. Rafinha must be licking his lips at facing that back 4. Leeds will make it hard for ourselves like we always do, but you know, on paper we should be battering these. Even with our injuries, the way we play, the way they play, it's just chalk and cheese. Especially the fact that we're at home, we need to go out from the first second and press them high. If we press them high, they'll be pressured. You've seen teams play against Newcastle that have pressed them high and they've looked under pressure. The one game that I've seen of Newcastle where they did look good was against Man United. But Man United under Ralph Rangnick are not really pressing much, so they weren't really tested at all in that game. Which by Scum's standards was pretty poor. But on Newcastle, I mean, Eddie Howe's come in to try and turn their fortunes around. It hasn't really gone to plan. 1 win all season, and that was against Burnley. So it's not been great. I don't think it's been the appointment that they all wanted. I think they wanted Unai Emery at first. Then there's Rafa, who's available now. Could he end up at Newcastle someday? Potentially. But yeah, even if they beat us tomorrow, which I don't think they will, I'll be honest. But even if they do, they're not a great side. I don't care what happens. They could go out and beat us however many 0. Like, they are not a great side at all. Which, yeah, that could come back to bite me on arse, but like I'm saying, it doesn't matter what happens in the game. I don't rate them. I think they're going down, regardless of who they sign, because it needs to click instantly. You know, they've brought Chris Wood in. He needs to be getting 12, 15 goals in 6 months in order to keep them up. Is that going to happen? Probably not. Yeah, he's a good goal scorer, but they need to get balls into the box. Yes, they've got Kieran Trippier, but he can't do everything on his own. There's Saint-Maximin as well, who, when I say I rate, I mean in certain games I do, but then there's certain games where I just think, what is the hype about? Kind of like Adama Traore in a way, in the sense that some games I look at him and I think, wow, you are really good, but then there's games where I just think, wow, you're shocking. It depends what Saint-Maximin actually turns up against us tomorrow. I hope it's the greedy one that always holds on to the ball way too long and ends up messing it up in final third. He did score against us at StJames'Park earlier on in the season. He did play well that night, in his fairness. But Rafinha needs to be getting more involved. He got involved against West Ham. Probably one of his better individual performances for Leeds since he's signed. Unbelievable. That assist for Harrison's hat-trick goal was unbelievable. Harrison has definitely warranted another start, of course. They need to be proper targeting their back four. Dan James needs to be pressing them every second. Obviously, there'll be moments in game where as press kind of drops off a bit, but for the majority, we just need to get at them, and we'll definitely be able to get a result. Llorente will be back in our defence, which is a huge bonus for us. Him and Pascal, please let it be him and Pascal at the back. I wouldn't mind seeing Helde at left back as well. I did touch upon it in my predicted 11. I wouldn't mind seeing him. I thought he handled West Ham really well last week. But yeah, I'm feeling really, really positive about this one, guys. I really am. I feel like Leeds United will win it. I don't think it'll be as much as what some people are saying. You know, some people are saying like 3-4-0. I don't think it'll be that sort of game, if I'm honest. I hope it is. I just don't think it will. But yeah, Leeds United, the press, winners second balls, don't give the ball away in cheap areas, and I think we'll be fine against this Newcastle side. They lack creativity. They don't score a lot of goals. Saint-Maximin and Trippier are going to be the only players on pitch of any real quality. As long as we can isolate them, I feel like we'll be fine. Yes, there's Chris Wood, but he played against us other week for Burnley and were crap in my opinion. Other than fouling Cock constantly and didn't get booked, he didn't really do anything in the game for me. So yeah, I'm not concerned about them at all, and I think we will win the game. And I think in terms of score prediction, I'm going to go 2-0 Leeds United. I think goals, I think Harrison will score again, if I'm honest. I think he's on some good form, and I'll go with Rafinha for the second. So yeah, as I say, might be a bit overconfident, but we need to be beating teams like these. If we can beat teams around us, like Newcastle's, we beat Burnley the other week, if we beat Watford and Norwich, you know, these teams, we're going to be absolutely fine. If we win tomorrow, depending on other results, we could be like at the top of the bottom half, like 11th, 12th. Who would have thought that a few weeks back when Man City were beating us 7-0? So, you know, it shows how quick it can turn around in football, and I'm feeling much more positive about Leeds United at the moment, and I hope you guys are as well. So that does bring our end to this upload, people. Pre-match thoughts, Leeds United versus Newcastle. Hit that like button, smash the subscribe button, share all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below, and I'll see you in my post-match reaction after the game tomorrow night, people. Thanks very much for watching, as always.